everybody, it's Miss Penny from Marengo-Union Library, and I am sitting on the floor today because it's just going to be easier this way, and you will see why. We are here to do our youth craft, and it's going to be so exciting and so fun, and you're going to get a lot of energy out with this one. Energy not in a way that you might think, a little bit different. It is flower pounding. How fun. Fun and pretty. You get to do two things like you get to pound something, but in the process you get to make something gorgeous and exciting to use. So that's why I'm sitting on the floor. The reason for that is because we need a hard surface for the pounding process, okay? And the floor here is really hard. Another option could be to go outside and use the cement ground, okay? Because this floor is cement, and that's why I chose this floor. If you have like a wood floor, it may not work the same, okay? So we want something solid hard, okay? Because we're using a hammer or a mallet, which is in essence a hammer as well, okay? So this is what you need. You need a hammer, okay? You probably should have yourself some scissors with a big person, because this is just kind of like a hot glue gun because it's hot, and iron. And that's just out of your view, okay? So I have an iron already here. You need that. Okay, I am going to use a cutting board. If you have like a piece of wood, maybe, you could use that, or cardboard. You could use that. So the reason I'm using this is because we are making a bag, and I'm going to put that inside the bag so that my colors don't leak. All right. Also, a piece of parchment paper, which will be in your kit, by the way. So if you don't have this, it's okay, because there's going to be a piece in your kit. All right. Oh, and something else that might be super important: flowers. Oh my goodness. You will have flowers that will come with your kit. When you come to pick up your kit, they're not going to be in your kit, so you're going to have to look. There will be a note letting you know where you can pick your flowers up at, okay? Also, you can get your own flowers, so you can go to the store and buy some, or you can go for a walk or a hike and find some, okay? Now, the flowers you want to pick super bright ones, all right? If you don't pick super bright ones, they may not show up as well. So make sure you're looking for super bright flowers. And there we go. Let's get started. All right, so the first thing that we want to do is we want to take our bag and open it up a bit and put whatever you're using to protect the other side of your bag inside, okay? Like I said, I'm using the cutting board, but you can use a piece of wood or cardboard, okay? You're just setting it inside your bag like so, okay? Just so you can work on one side of it. Now you want to take your flowers, pick what flowers you want to use, okay? I'm going to scoot this back a little bit so you can maybe see it a little bit better, okay? So I'm going to have to keep it on the ground, otherwise this won't work. Okay, so you're going to take your flowers now and decide which ones you want to use. What you want to do is you want to, so let's just say I'm going to be using these because they're super nice and bright, okay? These are pretty bright too. So I'm going to go ahead. You have to decide what kind of design you want to put on your bag. I don't know if this one will be quite bright enough, but you know what? I'm going to give it a try. Maybe I'll go to the inside petals because they seem a little bit darker. So unfortunately, everybody, we have to destroy flowers to use them. So, because what you want to try and do is make your flowers as flat as possible. Now, in order to do that, you're going to have to take the petals probably off of your flowers. So I'm just going to pull a few petals off of this one. If you want to use leaves, like the leaves of your flowers, you can do that. Or if you're on your hike and you saw some really cool leaves to possibly use, go ahead. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab a couple of those. Yep, there we go. I don't know why I pulled them off of this flower when I had those other ones, but I did. I have this one too, but I'm not sure how well this one will show up because this isn't technically a bright flower, it's a colored flower. But you know what? Let's give it a try. We're gonna go ahead and try this one because it seems pretty dark, right? So you're gonna arrange them now, however you want to arrange your flowers, your petals. And remember, make them as flat as possible. So that's what you're looking for, is flat. Do-do-do. And you can put some music on while you're doing this. Let's see. There's one idea that's in your packet here, in your little packet that I'm sending home, that I thought was really neat. It's like making a mandala with these, and it looks so neat. I'm not going to attempt that, I don't think, but if you wanted to try that, you could totally try that. Okay. All right. So now we just we're just spreading everything out however you want it to look. This is what I'm doing. I'm spreading them out, making sure that they're all on the cutting board part so that it doesn't go through my bag to the other side. Although I don't know if that would be a big problem, right? Because then you would just have a picture on the other side. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and try some of these leaves just to see what they do. Who knows, maybe they will work out. So let's do a couple. No. And remember, you can make a design. You can make a face with your leaves. That would be pretty neat if you wanted to. All right, so I've got a couple of these here. Okay, I would like to use these because these look super bright, and I think these will show up really well. So I think I'll put these, oh goodness, where will I put these? I'll put these here. It's actually hard to decide on a design, everybody. It's not as easy as you might think. Okay, we'll just put a couple here. Okay, now we're almost getting to the fun part. The fun part, everybody, according to me, I'm gonna try these. These are gonna be really hard to flatten. Now I only brought the scissors in case you needed to use them for cutting any of the flowers. These are gonna be difficult because you can't really flatten these too well, but I'm gonna try them anyway, just because I really think they're pretty. Same with these. You can't really, these are a type of flower that they're not really flat, but they are pretty. So I'm going to try them, see what happens. We're gonna test our luck. I wonder if I maybe put them like that. Okay. Oops. There we go. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, who knows? It'll work or it won't. Let's get to the fun part. That's what you guys are all waiting for anyway, right? You're all waiting for the fun part that I've been talking about. All right, well, I'm gonna show you the fun part. The fun part is take the parchment paper that you will already have a piece in your bag, okay? Sorry for that noise. Lay it carefully on top of all of your flower design, all right? If you really want, you can tape your parchment paper down if you wanna help it like stay in place. If it doesn't matter, if you think you can hold it, that's fine too, okay? Now we take our hammer and we just start pounding. You wanna pound super hard, okay? And carefully too, because you don't wanna like go crazy and knock all your flowers all out. Actually, also if you want, you can also tape your flowers. I actually forgot to do this step because you don't have to do it, that's why. If you want, you can tape your flowers down before you put the parchment paper because it holds them in place for you. I am not doing that, but it's a step that you can do, okay? So I'm gonna start pounding. Really? You're just gonna pound away. All right, here we go. Pound really hard. You should start seeing flower, you should start seeing like wetness through onto this parchment paper. That's how hard you should be pounding. And people in the library don't like this noise. I'm just saying, I shouldn't be doing this type of noise in the library, but because I'm doing this video, I can do it. All right, pound, pound, pound. And when you think you're done pounding, pound some more. Couple more. I just want to pound on a few of mine. I'm not going to do the whole picture because I don't know if you could hear me even say that. I'm not going to do the whole picture because it'll take me a long time and we don't want this video to be 2 hours long. Don't I say that all the time? Yeah, I just want to show you a general idea of what this will look like. Your fingers, okay? Don't pound your fingers. Hopefully you're doing this with adult supervision. Make sure your big person's helping or watching. What did I say about pounding, everybody? When you think you're done, pound some more. Okay, I'm gonna stop now just because I want to show you, okay? Because I can always finish my picture later. All right, so I'm going to take all these flowers off that I did not do yet, which is fine because I can redo this. No problem for me. I just want to show you. Now, ooh, this one showed up really well. Before, there's directions in your kit. You know this, right? Before you technically do this, a good idea would be to, some of these turned out so good. A good idea would be to iron it because it kind of irons your, it irons the color on, okay? Makes it more permanent. Just an idea. I'm going to show you what this looks like just from, look at that. This is why you use something in between. Okay, this is what it looks like so far, everybody. Isn't that so neat? Okay, so I barely started. I barely started because I didn't want to have my video go for 2 hours. But I'm definitely going to finish because I would really like to see the end result. There are so many things you can do with this once it's finished. Now make sure you follow the directions. I know it's hard to follow along with all the reading, but follow the directions, okay? It'll help to make your bag more permanent, and if you needed to make it brighter or whatever you need to do with it, following the directions is going to help, okay? So follow the directions very well. And then when you're finished, there are a couple of ideas of what you could do even to make this even more bedazzled in some way if you wanted to. Otherwise, you could just leave it like this and use it, and you have yourself your own pounded flower tote bag to walk around and use with for whatever you would like. So you guys have fun doing this. Oh, maybe you could use it for a book bag and bring it in and show us what it looks like. I'd love to see all the different designs you all come up with. So that's an idea. Otherwise, maybe you could send us pictures, anything, you know, we like to see that stuff. Either way, have fun doing it. Make sure that you clean up when you're finished. Unplug the iron. Make sure you've got your big person helping with this stuff because hammer and iron, a little tricky, okay? So clean up, have fun, and enjoy your tote bag when you're all finished, all right? You guys have a great week, and I'll see you next time.